Okay, welcome to this week Wrap Station's YouTube channel. This week we are basically, as you can see behind me, there is no cars being wrapped, there's no cars getting PPF, no boys working whatsoever. It's just a white background. We are inside the workshop, in the studio. We are going to basically answer one of the most asked questions in our workshop, especially for our customers. The question is being, what do you do after you pick up your wrapped car or after the car is being PPF? We are going to answer that in two parts, basically. Two parts. Two parts being, one is the first week after the car is being wrapped or PPF, the second week or the second sort of curing time after the car is being PPF or wrapped. So this week is going to just talk about the do's and the don'ts of the car. What do you need to do just in your everyday lifestyle? What do you need to do for that particular car that's being wrapped or PPF? Next week we are going to talk about the second part, which is going to be pretty well discussed in a way that what you need to do after the second and the show on weeks. So not just the second weeks, but the weeks following that until obviously forever. Okay, moving into the first part. The first part is going to be about the first week after you pick up your vehicles. Okay, the first week after you pick up your vehicle, what you need to do is basically let it soak up the sun as much as you can. The reason being is because, especially with the PPF, just because it is a wet installation, there could be some water or air that could be still trapped inside the film. The best way sort of let it go away naturally is by putting it under the sun. If you put it under the sun for a certain amount of days, the water or the air will disappear naturally. So do not panic if there is a bubbles or anything like that after you pick up the car. It is natural, it is fine, it's not the end of the world. So what do you need to do that first week? What you need to do is basically let the car soak up the sun as much as you can and let it stay away from washing. When we say wash, no soap and no water if you can. But there will be a lot of but, and some but are bigger than others. The biggest but is that what if you are in a trip or if you are driving from work to home and it's suddenly pouring? What do you need to do? Okay, if you're in the middle of a drive or in the middle of your drive and if it's suddenly pouring, what we recommend you to do after you get home, inside your apartment or in your home or in your on your garage. If you don't have a close-up garage, if you have basically an outdoor space of parking, then wait until the rain stops, get a garden hose, just a garden hose, no pressure whatsoever. Use that garden hose to rinse off the rainwater and the dirt, obviously. The reason why you cannot use soap at this very point is because a lot of PPF, especially in our workshop, we apply a ceramic coat on top of the PPF. So if you use soap at this stage of the PPF, then you basically erasing some of that ceramic coat that we apply. We obviously do not want you to do that because you're not going to be having a very long hydrophobicity, or you're not going to enjoy that water repellent behavior on the film. So it's going to be wasting a lot of money and wasting a lot of efforts as well. If you just use the water to rinse it off, it is perfectly fine. It doesn't erase anything off the film or anything like that. At this stage, you have rinsed off the rainwater and the dirt using the garden hose. What do you do next? What you do next is basically you need to get one of these. This is simply just a microfiber towel, where a microfiber towel is basically very helpful in this situation. You can't use a blower or some sort to actually dry your car. You need one of these. The reason why you can't use a blower is because the air could basically damage the film or the wrap that we put out onto your car. Using a microfiber towel helps you dry your car efficiently, faster, and safe. This is a very absorbing material, so one wipe could actually wipe the rest of the water on the hood, say on the panel. So this is a very safest way to actually dry your car. We want you to make sure that you not only do it in the fastest way and efficient way, but we want you to do it in the safest way possible. So once you finish drying and everything, what you can do is you can go back driving. Your car is basically clean. The hydrophobicity from the ceramic coat will help you clean your car faster, or because the dirt and the grime and whatever the road throws at you will not stick that easily on the film. So hopefully by this time, the garden hose and the microfiber towel will help you clean your car faster and efficiently. Okay, this is the bare minimum of knowledge that you should know after you pick up your car from a wrap shop or your PPF workshop. Basically, this is going to be the end of this week's video. Next week, we will carry on talking about the second week of that curing period for your vinyl wrap or your PPF. Second week, we are going to talk a lot deeper about how you can clean your car efficiently, safely, and affordable. So stay tuned and see you next week.